Um, the guest speaker, Ryan, he currently works at Basis Technology, where he focuses on media strategy and planning. His role involves helping brands understand their audiences, select the right media channels, and optimize campaigns based on performance data. One thing that stood out to me is that his career path wasn't very linear. He emphasized gaining experience across different areas of media, which reflects how the industry values adaptability and hands-on learning. He also explained that Basis operates by combining technology, data, and strategy. Instead of just placing ads, they help brands make smarter decisions using a structured framework. This kind of shows that the media today is much more analytical and performance driven than it used to be.
For media strategy and planning, that very much is informed by the channels that you want to be advertising on. Uh,
Uh,
it's very much based off of the current trends, which are definitely social media marketing, because traditional mediums like television and especially print media are decreasing. Well, Basis is a little bit unique compared to other advertising agencies, is they focus on closed televisions, which
mm,
are growing in popularity compared to your more linear-based systems. This is despite the fact that TV on a whole is shrinking, but there is definitely an opportunity in closed circuit television, well, connected TV rather,
mm,
compared, especially even though digital is definitely going to be your main money maker and what you will be wanting to plan around.
mm. I think he also said that it starts with audience understanding instead of just targeting broad demographics. Like they analyze behaviors, interests, intent, and then they match those insights with the platform where those audience are most active. For example, an younger audience might be targeted through like TikTok or Instagram, while more like professional is like LinkedIn, stuff kind of like that. He also introduced the concept of the Lumascape. It's essentially just a visual map of all the companies involved in digital advertising. They include hundreds of platforms across the categories like data, buying, and measurement. Another idea is how media strategy changes depending on the campaign goals. For awareness campaigns, the focus is on reach and visibility. The goal is to get as many people as possible to see the brand. So the strategy uses broader channels like social media or streaming. And then for like conversation campaigns, the strategy becomes more targeted and focuses on like the users who already showed the interest using tactics like retargeting or paid search to drive action.
One of the big issues that a lot of marketers deal with is friction in their marketing. Essentially, that being kind of like this wall between what you think the consumers want and what the consumer actually wants compared to what is actually thought to be. And what you can do for that is it is important to be collecting data on your target audience to make sure you can actually properly reach the wants and desires of the target audience. And by doing that, not just with what you're trying to advertise, but just in general with how you approach the tone of the ad, the use of music, like you can create a much better, something a little bit more relevant to your audience and kind of get rid of that wall that exists between you and your target audience.
Mm. Another important idea from the lecture is that the media planning directly influences creative strategy. Ryan used the example of a fire pit brand where the media plan determined what kind of content would perform best. If the campaign runs on visually driven platforms, the creative needs to be engaging and lifestyle focus. It shows like the media and creative cannot be developed separately. They must work together to match the platform and audience.
A good example of how the strategy that they employ on basics was included actually in the presentation. It was a case study they did on creating a new category for Parkinson's disease. What they did is they guided strategies on how to target with that with research into let's see here, the target listing. They recommended a more targeted approach during February and March during the now approved phase, and then expanded to a PD prescription in like April. After that, in May and June and beyond, they approached it with an always on strategy long term.
Um, for AI, it's significantly changing the media industry by improving targeting, personalization, and like efficiency. Ryan emphasized that AI works best when combined with strong data and it's not just on its own. So like industries in like healthcare, AI can help identify specific audience segments and deliver more relevant messaging that improves efficiency and effectiveness. It also allows for real-time optimization, meaning that campaigns can adjust automatically based on the performances. He also discussed that the competition between AI platform like OpenAI and Anthropic, different platforms perform better depending on the type of task or client need. He also introduced concepts like SEO, AEO, and I think it was GEO, showing how the search is evolving into more AI-driven answers rather than just traditional results.
On the
Um,
topic of GEO, he mentioned a company named Evertune that specifically will help you create better tune your websites for GEO or generative engine optimization, which will, unlike traditional SEO, where it ranks higher on the search bar on Google, what it would do is uh, GEO will make it so it can rank higher on AI results, meaning the AI is more likely to cite your page more so than any other website.
for my student takeaway, he definitely emphasized the importance of gaining experience, networking, and building relevant skills. And he highlighted that students should focus on developing both analytical and creative abilities to succeed in the media industry.
A big thing that was pushed onto me was making sure to use AI, use it responsibly, but if you use it, you can dramatically cut down on the time it takes to like do your analytics and to create your creatives. Obviously, you can't blindly trust the AI, but it dramatically cuts down development time for such deliverables.